Hello everyone, welcome. First, let me ask you a question. When playing on field ridges as children, have you ever squatted down and gently squeezed a type of small lantern? This small lantern is green and plump, like a mini gauze lamp hanging on grass stems. When squeezed and shaken, it rustles. I guess many people have had this experience. This small lantern hidden in weed clusters is actually an ID card of a Solanaceae plant. The protagonist we're getting to know today is hidden inside this lantern. It's called Chinese lantern, belonging to Solanaceae genus Physalis. Everyone, look, this inflated, persistent calyx. Doesn't it look like a protective cover mother knitted for the berry? Chinese lantern is also called red lantern in folk culture. When fruit matures, small lanterns change from emerald green to pale yellow. Inside berries are some golden, yellow, some purple and translucent. As children, someone always secretly tasted them. But I must first remind you, unripe ones are so sour they'll make your teeth ache. Chinese lantern lives up to its name. Today, starting from this small lantern, we'll introduce everyone to typical identification features of Solanaceae plants. Solanaceae is a large family. Familiar tomatoes, peppers, eggplants all come from here. Common Solanaceae weeds mainly include hairy, ground, cherry, black nightshade, bittersweet nightshade, Solanum, Hacianum, etc. What common characteristics do these weeds have? Remember three keywords. Flowers mostly radially symmetric, like small suns, 5 stamens, fruits, mostly berries or capsules. However, for each specific weed, must look at unique features. 1. Physalis genus small lanterns. Here are two species, Chinese lantern versus hairy ground cherry. As mentioned earlier, Physalis genus weeds have a star feature, inflated persistent calyx, like small lantern, wrapping berry tightly, but Chinese lantern and hairy ground cherry are cousins. How to distinguish them? Chinese lantern, native player. Plant covered with short pubescence, stem branches, slender, leaves ovate or ovate elliptic, margins entire or with small teeth, flowers pale yellow, throat with purple spots. Small lantern, full calyx, not too large, insider berry diameter 1 to 1.5 centimeters. Most commonly seen in our southern hillside understory, streamside. Hairy ground cherry, invasive alien little bully, entire body densely covered with short pubescence, stem ascending with ridges, leaves broader and broadly ovate, margins with sharp teeth, flowers also pale yellow, but small lanterns larger, 2 to 3 centimeters long, also with 5 angles and 10 longitudinal ribs. It's native to Americas, now can be seen in our field edges and wastelands. Extremely strong reproductive capacity. Key prevention target. Here's an interesting tidbit. Some places call Physalis genus small lanterns sky bubble fruit. As children, did you secretly squeeze them to pop? Reminder everyone, unripe fruits have bitter taste. 2. Solanum genus twins, black nightshade versus bittersweet nightshade. Solanum genus weeds are more low-key, but their flowers and fruits are quite recognizable, white small flowers plus berries. However, one is erect, one is climbing vine, black nightshade, nicknamed black star. Erect herb, stem green or purple tinged, leaves ovate, margins with wavy coarse teeth, blooms white small flowers, 5-lobed like small 5-pointed stars, produces purplish black small berries 4 to 6 millimeters diameter, like black pearls scattered on ground. But note, unripe green fruits are toxic. Folk saying goes, nightshade ripens, children rejoice, small amounts safe to eat when mature. As for bittersweet nightshade, nicknamed or called trumpet on wine, it's a perennial vine. Stem grows jointed long pubescence, like wearing a fleece coat. Leaves more special, lyre or hasty, like violin shape, 3 to 5, deeply lobed. blooms blue-purple or white small flowers, also produces red small berries, 8 mm diameter. It often climbs on field-edge shrubs, like hanging strings of small red lanterns on fences. 3. Datura. Datura. Here we call it dangerous beauty. Why do we say this? Datura is toxic. Datura is the big guy in Solanaceae, also an invasive alien species. Its stem erect and stout, 0.5 to 1 meter tall, leaves broadly ovate, margins with wavy, shallow lobes. Most conspicuous are flowers, funnel-shaped, white or purple tinged, like upside-down small trumpets. At night, also emits faint fragrance, but its beauty hides danger. Entire plant toxic, especially seeds and flowers. Accidental, ingestion cause dizziness, hallucination. Severe cause en danger life. Its fruit is also special ovoid capsule, covered with hard spines, like a little hedgehog. Datura's story tells us, beautiful appearance doesn't necessarily mean safe. Just like in life, we also need to learn to see essence through phenomena, not be fooled by surface appearances. Protect ourselves and ecology. 4. Apple of Peru, Solanum cassianum. Both are invasive alien species. Apple of Peru native to South America, stem erect with ridges, leaves ovate with coarse teeth, blooms pale bluebell, shaped flowers 4 cm diameter, like small blue balls. Fruit calyx also inflates, but flatter than Physalis genus, like green flying saucer. It often grows by houses, along fences. Don't be fooled by good looks, also invasive species. Solanum cassianum, native to Europe, covered with spines. Its stems, leaves, pedicels all have hard spines. Leaves broadly ovate, 5 to 7 deeply lobed blooms, white flowers with lanceolate lobes. Fruit initially greenish white, with patterns pale yellow when mature. Its spines are defensive weapons, but also let it grow wildly in wastelands and grassy slopes, crowding out native plant space. Solanaceae main weed identification features will stop here. Though Solanaceae weeds are troublesome, they also have another side. Black nightshade can be used medicinally for heat, clearing, and detoxification. Physalis genus small lanterns are childhood memories for children. This tells us ecology has no absolute enemies. Key is scientific management. Just like how we deal with problems, can't use one-size-fits-all approach, must view dialectically, solve wisely. Everyone remember, identifying weeds isn't to exterminate them, but to coexist peacefully with nature. May our farmland have both robust crop growth and reasonable space for weeds. This is true ecological balance. Okay, students, today's lesson ends here. Finally, here's a homework assignment. What Solanaceae weeds have you seen in your hometown? You can share your identification stories on the learning platform.